Peace. Think fast. How fashion could tie into spirituality. This is a good one. Matter of fact, came across a brethren. Matter of fact, dealing in downtown LA. Just a quick one. If you're unfamiliar, they do have the fashion district that's very popular. Very, the fashion thing is kind of, they have like a center in downtown. And I came across a brethren who brought that up to me in Starbucks. He's like, you do videos on spirituality, this and that. Like, maybe you should talk about how, your clothing tie into your spirituality. So, like, what? At first, I was like, it sounded like it was reaching, but then I was like, it does have some substance to it. Down to something as simple as before even getting to the actual fashion of clothes or as far as style, but down to colors. Remember that wearing certain colors help to attune certain chakras. Like color has a vibration just in general. So if you find yourself lacking in your crown and your third eye, you want to wear some deep purple and blues, or maybe even white. In essence, dealing with the crown, that could be associated with it. You find yourself needing to strengthen that root chakra, that sacral chakra, you're going to be wearing red and orange. Confidence, you're going to be wearing yellow. You need a little love, you're going to be wearing green. You need to speak up for yourself a little more, you're going to wear blue. But your fashion ties into your spirituality, and that first one, oh, I ain't gonna say first main way, but like one of the main ways is dealing with the colors you wear. The colors you wear give off a certain vibration, therefore, you know uh dealing with your spirituality and tuning your chakras into certain vibrations, aligning your chakras, and putting you into a certain spiritual place vibrationally. And then also the fashion I thought about, because he made a point to me, like, where, say for instance, I'm wearing these harem pants all the time. I always got my my scarf with me, wearing my jewels and stuff. And that, like, a part of wearing all this is say for instance, constantly seeing this Om sign. It keeps me in that spiritual mode. It keeps me consciously aware of, like, wait, like I look down, like, like, oh, like I'm one with everything, that first sound, what I'm saying? Like it basically like a subconscious connection that reminds you, what I'm saying? Or like say for instance, a female, whether dressing up like a witch or like a female shaman, like by wearing those clothes, it kind of programs the subconscious, like, hey, I got these magical powers. Like, hey, I'm a witch. Hey, I'm a shaman. Hey, I'm a you know warlock. Hey, I'm this. Whatever. What I'm saying. But by dressing up a certain way, you know, uh, it carries that vibration. I know for myself, like by having my rings and certain things, and that's how your magic work. Also, that program your subconscious or alchemy. That's your magic. Is like so basically you perform an alchemy with your fashion. Also, you know what I'm saying. Like I could wear a certain ring and be like, when I put on this ring, I'm invisible to law enforcement. Let's say, what I'm saying? Like that's how you program your subconscious. And the more you program it, and you say, for instance, then all it takes is a little taste of it to start happening. Like, bro, I wore this one day, I ain't see no cop. You know what I'm saying? And then, bam, your subconscious is like, well, hey, I can't argue against that. You know what I'm saying? So, bam, and then the magic starts to happen. You putting the magic into the ring, and now every time you put on the ring, it actually keeps, what I'm saying, law enforcement or whatever you're trying to keep away from you, out of your vortex in essence. But your fashion does tie into, what I'm saying, by having a top hat. You embody that vibration of Balance Samedi and Gay Day or Papa Legba. So you walking around, feeling that energy of opening doors like Papa Legba, or you know uh being a psychic medium in between the seen and unseen. You feeling that energy stronger because mentally you're there with it, because you're dressed for the job in essence. You know what I'm saying? So you feeling that magic. When you're dressing like a magi, or or like a shaman, or whatever the case may be. So your clothing or your wardrobe or fashion can affect your vibration and your spirituality in that essence. But definitely with the programming your subconscious dealing with your magic, because it's like, when I wear my harem pants, I feel like I'm like, oh, like life is, what I'm saying, like I feel like a lad, and where I'm just journeying and adventuring through. Like when I have my harem pants on, Los Angeles turned into the Sahara Desert. And matter of fact, and I'm the brethren off of in the book The Alchemist. You know what I'm saying? And I'm exploring the great city of Los Angeles, you know what I'm saying, the city of angels, the Los Angeles, you know what I'm saying, like I'm in ancient times, and it helps magnify my magic while I'm going here, and I'm like, all right, uh, I'm trying to manifest some food, and then I'm like, I look down in my hand pants and like remember, like, I am the magic, I am magic, which that has happened to me one time where, I'm kind of like, like, all right, time to manifest something, and then I kind of like look at my hand pants and laugh, like, like, bro, you the magi, like, and that helps to, put your subconscious in a certain place. Therefore, basically like again, like doing some type of alchemy to the subconscious to help your magic be more potent. That's all that talk about magic is basically, for lack of a better word, and I said that before in one of my older videos of alchemy, you kind of, I don't want to use the word bullshitting yourself into believing in your own magic, but in essence, that's what it is. Like you're kind of like, oh yeah, this ring is for this. All right, let me say this ring for this, and then you see, and then as you see whatever happens. So like I said, like if I say whenever I wear this ring, I always find money. You creating that magical power within that, and that's why too, in which I'm gonna do a video on that. That's why I like with all these magic, like the anime cartoons, or just any magic things in general, where you got a wand, a staff, or some type of little metal relic, a bracelet, or something that kind of embodies that magic power. But in essence, that's what it is that subconscious item, the item to kind of help the subconscious, that symbol, that logos. You know what I'm saying? The logos, where you get the word logo, or your symbol, the word, but it's in this essence, we're talking about the symbol, but it's that symbol for the subconscious. So when you're carrying around your little ring or whatever little trinket, that you use, your mile or whatever the case may be, it gives you that extra magic, because you program your subconscious with it, to kind of push you along with it. But that is something pretty interesting, how our the way we dress can affect our vibration, not only by the colors, but again, like what type of wardrobe, you know what I'm saying, by dressing in a manner of like a magi, a witch, a shaman, whatever, whatever different type of spiritual leader, teachers, gurus, whatever you're dressing like, you'll start to embody that energy, and subconsciously, being a reminder of being close to the source, or being on your journey or path to becoming your greatest version. It'll be that constant reminder. So when I see these signs, I look down at a bracelet that's constantly, look at a crystal, this ring, a constant reminder of my magic abilities. So your fashion can help with your magic abilities or with your spiritual growth, in essence. So something pretty cool to, as a matter of fact, I'm trying to think of other things. Also, fashion, in essence, the bracelets, directly, which that should be overstood, but you got the fashion of the actually wearing the bracelets or necklaces, so wearing crystals, actually, help with the vibration also. And then just to add a little quick insight on this, but I do have an older video, matter of fact, and two, if you just look up now, I'm having a bunch of videos to the point where if you look up universal frequencies and whatever subject you're looking for, I should, my video, if I have a video titled or on the subject, it should pop up. But I have an older video too on Metatron shield. Is a certain type of crystal combination that you wear in order to, and it's one of the most popular, I ain't gonna say popular, but it was popularized from back in the ancient times. But it's called a Metatron shield, and there's a certain combination of crystals and elements that you wear that really is really protective of the aura and stop the aura from having leaks and things of this nature. But it's having a lapis lazuli pendant or a copper pendant. So lapis lazuli or copper, which I got lapis beads. Matter of fact, I'm not actually wearing the Metatron shield. Matter of fact, 'cause I actually lost my class ring, which was garnet. But matter of fact, so I get back into it. So you're supposed to be having either a lapis or a copper pendant, or wrap, and you want to have it'll ask for silver, gold, or copper chain. But whatever you can deal with, will be good enough. Because remember, you are the alchemist, so just envision whatever you use and embodying the power of that gold or that copper or that or the silver, whatever the case may be. But you want to have that lapis or the copper pendant. You want to have the gold, silver, or copper chain or whatever option. But preferably that first, and then you want to have copper bracelets on each wrist, and additionally, if possible, but it's not really mandatory in essence, but around, if you could get the anklets too, so the copper anklets had a copper anklets and bracelets, because the flow of energy going, got your whatever side you're receiving side or your feminine side is taking energy in, but you also got a flow of energy coming out, you know what I'm saying? So that balances that out. So your copper bracelet, your gold, silver, or copper necklace, your lapis or copper pendant, and then you have you want either you want a single refracted ring on your left hand, a single refracted gemstone, probably in the form of a ring on your left hand, and then a double refracted gemstone ring on the right hand, and the single refracted gemstones, there are only three of them, and that's diamond, garnet, and spinel. And single refracted, just like when light goes through it, the light kind of keeps its how can I say, it doesn't refract in all kind of different directions. It kind of keeps its boundaries, or like it kind of keeps a structure in essence, when it passes through these three crystals. So spinal, garnet, and diamond. That's the three single refractors. So you want to have one of the three of those gemstone rings on your left hand, and then on the right hand is basically any other gemstone except for those three, because they're the only three single refractors. So any and all others would fall under double refracted rings on your right hand. And that basically completes your Metatron shield. So that's also form of fashion in essence that would help protect you, so something good to know. But peace, happy now. Now is the vibrate, the rate at which we're vibing. We're not going too far in the future. We're not going too far in the past. Right now.